welcome back to another video. So in this video we are going to walk through components and props in React.js. So basically what is component and how to make different components and how to divide the web page into different components. So as you can see here, components let you split the UI into independent reusable pieces and think about each piece in isolation. So it simply means that you have to create different parts of the web page so that changes in one component does not affect the other component. So let's see one example here. As you can see here, this is understand this as a home page of any website. So every website contains one header, which is mostly the navbar, which contains every home page, about us, and all that links here. And one is footer, which contains our information about the company and the owner of the website. So these are the two components which are common in every web pages. In about us, contact us, or any different page you are routing through, you have to insert both these components. So now let's move to the code part. So as you can see here, I have already started the project here, which we created in our last video. So as you can see here, I have created one folder named components here. I hope you are able to see. If there is any problem with the text or fonts here or font size, then let me know in the comment section down below. I'll change it from the next videos. So we'll be creating one file here. Let's create the header.js file only, as we have went through the example. So we'll be creating the header.js file. There's a catch here. You can also create a file with .jsx format and .js also. There's no difference in both. So let's create one functional component here. We'll be walking through class-based components in the next video. In this video we'll be talking about functional based component, so I can also walk you through props. So just import React from React. This is something funny, but yes, this is just like that. Yeah, so let's create one function named header. It is not compulsory to keep the function name same as the file name, but it is a good practice to do so. So whenever you are importing this function into any other component, then it will be easy for you to manage all this. So let's create the function and return a div tag here. Yeah, and write something in h1. Just write header. Yeah, and do not forget to export this. So if we have to export, keep in mind you have to export the function with the same name as the function name. You cannot write any other name here. It is compulsory to make this both name similar. So we have created our basic component here. So now let's import it into the index.js file. As you know, index.html file in this public folder searches for the index.js file, which is located in our src folder. So every component which has to be rendered will be mentioned here, and then from this file every other component will be rendered. So first of all, let's import our header component here. It's as simple as every other import in the React. You just have to write the function name here. Here there will be the function name. If you are keeping a different function name from the file name, then you have to mention the function name here, and here there will be the file name. So as I told you, as you can see here, the path will be, and the path and the file name will be auto completed by the VS Code. So it will be easier for you to check during the debugging process that you have not made mistake in any typing here. Otherwise you have to go through that file and walk through the different functions to check the typos. Now let's render this component here. You might come up with a question like, it's just looking like one HTML element. Yes, you are right, my friend. This is just like HTML. Every HTML element is also a component in itself. So you can simply understand a component as a HTML tag like this header is one HTML tag that you can use anywhere, and your header will be displayed there. As we are doing like in h1 tag, we are just increasing the font size. So in this header we are displaying the header. So let's save it and watch it. Let's refresh. So as you can see here, our header is coming up. It's not necessary to export the component at the end of the file. You can also export it directly from here. You just have to write export here, but there's one difference, minute difference you have to make sure you don't forget about. Whenever you are importing this function here, you have to mention that function inside the curly braces. You cannot import just like that. You have to mention it into the curly braces. So let me save both the files, and our project is running. So yeah, as you can see here, there's no change. It's up and running. Let's see some more ways to do so. As you know, you can also create function in this manner: export const, then the variable name, and you can store that function into this variable header. So it's just like that. You can also export directly like this also. Otherwise you can export at this at end of the file. And the last way to do so is the arrow function way. You just have to remove the function keyword and mention an arrow there. So as you can see here, it is up and running. So just like that, we have created our first functional based component here. Now let's tweak it and do something different. Now let's move to the props. What is props? So first of all, let's understand what is props. If you are familiar with any other programming language, you might have come across arguments. You are passing some arguments to the function. Whenever you are calling a function, then you are passing some arguments according to which the function does the logic and gives you this output. Like as we have seen in our earlier videos, the age function we have mentioned, then we are passing the age of the user as an argument. So that's simply a props, but in React we call it as props, not arguments. So in it is a generic term. You can pass many of the data into the props and you can just access it. Let's see how we can do that. So first of all, here we have to mention props keyword. We have to mention here props keyword, and here I can just say my name is, and to mention any variable inside any HTML element in React, you have to use this curly braces, and then you just have to write props dot. You have to use dot operator. If you are familiar with Java, C++, and you might know, to access any child component we have to mention it with dot. So props dot name, will be just passing the name of the user here. So let's save it. And so whenever you are calling the header component, you just have to pass a name. Yeah, first of all, let's give it my name, Sawan. I hope it works. Yeah, so as you can see here, it is working. Now let's render 2-3 more header here, and here we'll be giving srp pixels, and here I'll be mentioning, let's say, React. Refresh. So yes, as you can see here, the header component is being rendered 3 times, but with the different names here. So this is a simple idea of props. You can also pass many more props also, like if you want some different informations, and like as we are here, div tag, and here we'll be mentioning the passion of the user. So here we'll be mentioning props dot passion. Simple. And here we have to also mention that props and pass the details. I like photography, if I can spell that correctly. So let's pass passion for all of this. Here the passion will be YouTube, and passion for React is making components. Yeah, so as you can see here, the passion is also mentioned here. My name is Sawan, I like photography. My name is SRP Pixels, I like YouTube. My name is React, I like components. So it's just simple as that. You just have to mention props keyword in this whenever you're mentioning the function, and you can access all these attributes which are passed to that function, and you can access all that. So that was all, guys. I hope you have understood this. Components, props, functional based components. So let's make a quick revise here. We just created a component named header.js. We created a simple function. We learned something new, that we can also export the function directly from here. And then we learned also arrow key function way and 3 types of ways to create the function. And then we have to import that function here. If we are exporting it directly from here, then we have to mention this curly braces. Otherwise you can import it without the curly braces. And then if you want to if you want to pass any arguments to that specific component, then you have to mention this props keyword here, and then you can access all the attributes by just this dot operator, and then you have to pass all that attributes here, just like this. So that was all. So let me also explain you that how I am designing this whole playlist. I am just following the documentation of the React, as they have a great documentation. If you have any doubts or any query, you can also mention it in the comment section down below, or you can check the documentation of the React, and that it is amazing documentation. But some people do like learning from the videos, so I am creating a video playlist here. Otherwise, if you have any doubts, you can go to the React documentation and you can learn about everything here. So we'll be covering all of these topics one by one in the whole playlist. So that was all, guys, for the components and props and functional based components. I hope you have gained something from it. So get subscribed to the channel and press the bell icon to get notified whenever I post a new video. If you have any suggestions, kindly mention it in the comment box down below, and do share it in your social media, and do tag me. My social media handles are linked down below. So see you guys in the next one. Thank you.